Bombing, episode 91.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bombing episode 91.
91, folks.
91, folks. I'm Hayden Wyckoff. This is
Ryan Jennings over here.
And we're bringing you episode 91 of Bombing Podcast.
That's right.
This is a comedy podcast. We talk about stand-up. We're both open micers in Los Angeles. And so we talk about that and then sometimes other things.
Yeah. If we're not talking about being open micers in Los Angeles, we're usually mad about something else.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big theme of this podcast, is being mad at something.
Yes, like we're usually like upset about something that happened, or we're talking about stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
So if you don't like stand-up and you don't get upset often, you probably want to just stop watching. Okay? I'm just forewarning you right now. Probably turn it off.
Speaking of being mad, I just got mad at something.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I was watching. I've been watching this movie. I turned it off. It was there was like 45 minutes left. I just stopped watching it.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to name the film, but it was one of those. There's a lot of these. It was one of those films where they can't pick like a fucking volume.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate the not picking a volume, loud 1 second, quiet the next.
Because you have to spend the whole time watching it going like up on the remote and then down on the remote instead of a steady constant. And they all pan out the same way. The first one is like, all right, we're in a cave and we're both whispering to each other.
Because the bad guys are right around the corner.
Bad guys are right around the corner.
For 10 minutes in this cave.
There's going to be some action soon. And that scene goes for so long that you're like, oh, no, this is a reasonable volume for the TV. Yeah. And then the action scene starts and they're super fucking loud.
And then something explodes and you got to, where's the remote? I forgot where I put it.
Yeah.
You turn it down and as soon as you start to turn it down,
they go back to the computer.
Now we're in a library.
This scene is in a library. We're whispering again. You can barely hear
this is a library. But we're going to be in the library for 45 minutes. And then, just as you start to get into the whisper, a car crash happens.
Boom, bang,
oh my god! Oh no! And, but now it's just two people lying in bed trying to go to sleep.
Now we're in bed. Now we're in an old lady's bedroom. We have to be very quiet.
Now we're in an old folks' home.
Yes, everyone.
Who edited this movie? Wildly different locations, not put together very nicely. We're in an old folks' home. And then a space shuttle flies in. Whoa! Oh, and the music. Don't even get me started on the music.
Oh yeah, because it'll be a 30-minute scene of just people talking like this very quietly, and then it's
it's not just like a fucking John Mayer song on acoustic.
Pick a fucking volume, dude.
It's fucking Slipknot.
That makes me so fucking upset. It's like, why are you making me do the work? Like, you have people that you pay a lot of money, in a studio with a mixer.
Mm-hmm. Like, just true, audio engineers.
Just flat all the way across.
Yeah, I don't understand how that slips through the cracks. Like, the audio engineer was just like, yeah, no, this is good. This is good.
Let's give them all tinnitus for no reason.
Uh-huh. Super quiet. And then really loud, and then back to super quiet. It's like you can't even relax and enjoy the movie because you're constantly worried for the next fucking scene to happen. You're like, what's it going to be, up or down? Up or down?
And I get that in a movie theater. Sure, that's fine. But when it's on you're just watching it on your couch on a normal TV.
Yeah.
Just pick a fucking volume, stick there.
Yeah.
And the thing that gets me is the swings. The swings are wild because you'll go from normal dialogue 45 on the volume bar.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the action scene is. It's 45 on the volume bar. And then when they get back to where they're talking normal, you have to go all the way up to fucking 90.
Yeah.
And so then you're at 90 and then they go from talking like this to
a
car crash.
Dun, 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 dun.
And you're like, fucking Jesus, scrambling for the fucking remote.
Please fucking pick a volume.
Yeah. Anyway, that's kind of what the gist of the podcast is.
Yeah.
It's stand-up comedy and us being mad at really little things that ultimately do not matter.
Yes. And then that's the most important part, is ultimately they do not matter.
Yeah.
Yet, it ruined my entire day.
Yeah. It's crazy how all it takes is just this one tiny thing and my whole day is ruined.
Yeah. Just like that. I mean, it so quickly can all fall apart.
Dude, I've been having good days before and then something tiny will happen Like I get stuck behind a checkout line with the scarf lady and the cart that's not from the store.
I hate the old lady with the cart that's not from the store.
Whole day ruined.
Yep.
Ruins the rest of my day.
Because, at this point, I should just accept that when I go grocery shopping, there's gonna be an old lady wearing a scarf that's 4 feet tall, and she's gonna have a cart that's not from the store.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
I know.
At what point do I just accept, like, that's gonna happen? That's gonna happen every time, so now I can stop getting angry about it.
I'll tell you my thing is that, and it might actually be my fault. I plan things for later in the day that I plan to show up on time to.
Yeah.
And then as soon as that's in front of me at the checkout line at Ralph's, I know I'm not making any of those deadlines. I am not. I'm not arriving anywhere on time.
Nope.
Because I will be stuck in this carousel for a fucking hour.
I hate a
waiting to pay for my groceries.
Hate a carousel. Hate a line. Do not like a line. Well, the thing about like her stuck being in line is like she doesn't know how to use money for some reason. That's the weird part.
Yeah, and
like she's been alive way longer than I have and lived here way longer than I have. But for some reason she doesn't know money and I do. And
I watched one pull out not from here money before.
yeah, why?
I don't know.
I've seen that too.
It wasn't even like the bills were purple.
Why?
I don't know.
It's like why? What went through her brain that was like, no, this will work. This will work. And it's always a weird amount. Like she's just buying like an apple, but the money says 9,000 on it. It's like, what, 9,000? What the fuck?
That's too many. Where did you just get back from?
That is way too many, dude.
And it's like $5.
Yeah.
American dollars.
Look, America's done a lot of things wrong. I'll be the first to admit that. But we got the money right. America got the money right, man. It's simple numbers. Ones, fives, tens, 20s, 50s, hundreds. But you go somewhere else and you try to buy a hot dog and they're like, yeah, that'll be 1,800, rupees. And you're like, what?
That's too much.
What the fuck? That doesn't add up. That just doesn't add up. I feel like other places where their money numbers way too high, it's like you guys are making it harder on yourself.
Yeah, and I feel like it'd be really easy to shift. You're just like, instead, just
down.
Just lop off those last like couple 3 zeros or whatever, and then just have normal money amounts.
Yeah.
I remember I took a 2-week backpacking trip in Europe, and I got to Prague, and I was like, hey, can I get a beer? And they're like, yeah, that's gonna be. It was like 400. And I was like, oh my god! And then I looked down in my wallet. I was like, oh, that's like actually not. That's just one note. That's one bill that you just give them.
And it's like $2 here.
Yeah.
It's like, so. Just why do that means a fucking car is like a million something, and you're like, that's crazy. I don't know. A hot dog shouldn't be 9,000 something.
Nah, anything. I don't care what it is.
It doesn't make any sense. Just fucking make it a reasonable number, a low number that's like the lower the object that matters, like the lower it matters,
the less it matters, the lower it should cost. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we just fucking figured out economics.
Did we?
Yeah. I think we just cracked the code.
Well, someone should be listening to this.
Yeah.
Okay. With if you have an item that's more rare, maybe like a diamond.
Yeah, that's a high thing.
High number.
It should be up there.
High number, but a watermelon, low number. Doesn't matter. There's a bunch of watermelons.
$4.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, not fucking 9,000.
You ever seen those like '90s Zimbabwe notes?
No.
You could get a $10 trillion note.
Yeah, why?
And it was like 15 US bucks because they just fucked up so bad. Don't ask me about like the specific details. I've just seen that before and gone, Jesus Christ, that's too much.
Guys, just fix it. Just be like, yeah, we're not doing it anymore. Dude, math in other places must be so hard.
Yeah.
Because it's only insane numbers.
Yeah. Unless you're like, I think like England and anywhere that uses, what's it called? The euro. Because that's like similar to the dollar. Everywhere outside of that, it's like one donut's 200 whatever. It's like, stop it. Stop that.
200.
Stop it. Just
and then
stop this. Just make it 2.
Yeah.
It's just 2 now.
Yeah. Well, and it should be 2.
Yeah. It's a donut. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm not buying a fucking Mercedes. It's a donut.
Yeah. Lower the numbers. Dude, they must just they must get back to their house at the end of the day and they went grocery shopping. They bought a Starbucks. They filled up their tank with gas. They got a McDonald's. And they're like, all right, let's see, how much money did I spend today? $1.4 million. What? Okay, but it's like all they did was 2 or 3 things.
Yeah, but
it must be insane to do your taxes over there.
Yeah, it's just a lot of extra zeros that I don't feel that are necessary.
I don't think they're necessary.
America got the money right.
We did get the money right.
Yeah, we're not getting the money right now though.
Now we're kind of fucking up the money.
America's been fucking up the money because I remember groceries used to be like $80 for like a guy.
For like a whole cart.
Yeah, and now like they're crazy expensive now, dude.
Yeah.
Eggs used to be like 40 cents. You remember that?
Yes.
A carton of eggs was 40 cents.
Yeah.
You could buy eggs with coins.
Uh-huh. It's stupid now. Hey, but at least they're paying everybody more to match. Oh wait, they're not.
You're not going to believe this. They're actually not. So people are making the same amount of money, but everything's more expensive now.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, things are bad.
Well, at least the people in charge, like politicians and local government people, at least they're working on it, right?
You're not going to like this news.
No, they're not working on it.
No, they don't give a fuck
Oh,
about
what?
it, dude.
But they're in the same situation as us, right?
No.
What?
No. Because, see, they have lots of money. They don't give a fuck.
Oh, but I got no money.
Exactly.
Wait a minute.
Okay, so imagine our situation, but reversed. Instead of having no money, we had like a ton of money.
Oh, that's what that sounds pretty
Okay,
tight.
and now pretend that you start to give a shit about people with no money. See, you don't.
I kind of don't.
You instantly don't.
Oh, I weirdly instantly don't.
Yeah, and it's crazy how fast that happens, isn't it?
Darn it.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
I'm sure it'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure the president will.
I'm sure we'll figure it out.
I'm sure the president is working on it.
Did you hear that?
Because he matters.
Did you hear that story about Joe Biden pooped his pants?
Did he?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
He had to leave a meeting because he shit himself, dude.
That's crazy.
Dude, like, okay, hold on. Let's just deconstruct this for a second.
Okay.
If you shit your pants, I don't care who you are. You could be a president or a fucking ditch digger.
Yeah.
All right? Shitting yourself is a bad day.
That's a bad.
It's an awful day.
Day's over.
I want to know, like, so you're the president of the United States. You're in charge of the most powerful nation that's ever existed. You have the codes to the nukes.
Correct.
You just shit yourself. What's your next move?
I don't know. Just hit the shower and go to bed.
Do you
Restart the day.
No. But like you're in the middle of a meeting, you shit yourself.
Oh.
Do you like pull someone aside, like, hey, dude, I totally just shit my pants.
Yeah.
Or do you own it and you go, I have to go to the bathroom? Do you try to like wash it in the sink or
No,
like?
no. I think he tells his Secret Service.
Yeah?
He's got to tell somebody.
Yeah.
Because he can't. There's no way. He just goes to the bathroom for like 40 minutes, And
That's how long it takes.
They're
too.
like, Mr. President,
Yeah.
no, I just a minute, or what? I'll be right out.
I'm busy.
God damn it! He throws the presidential underwear into the trash can.
He's like, that's a lost cause. Maybe I can save the pants.
Yeah, it's got his name embroidered on the presidential.
Biden's boxers.
Yeah, on his underwear. He's got embroidered underwear. He's not wearing fucking Hanes. He doesn't wear Hanes. Presidents don't wear Hanes. Or Fruit of the Loom.
Yeah.
Nah. He's got some. What it says, like, the Prez on it. Trump's probably underwear says the Prez on it.
Or like 45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like make boxers great again or something.
If I were president, I'd make sure that like the CIA or like NASA made me unshittable britches.
Shit resistant britches.
Yeah, shit resistant underwear. Cause like, look, we've sent people to the moon. We've sent robots to Mars.
Yeah.
NASA could make me pants that were unshittable.
Well, I think the shitting is up to you, not the pants, kind of.
No, but like, what I'm saying is like NASA could make a form of underwear that like even if I had to shit my pants, it would just stop it. It would make me not do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the question is like why, like out of all things going on, like why focus NASA on a shit-resistant material boxer?
Because I don't want. If I'm president, I don't want to shit my pants.
Well, yeah, just don't though.
What if I had like fucking Chipotle twice in a row?
That's a mistake you
know?
don't make. You should have known better.
I'm just saying. I think NASA could do it if they really wanted to. I think they could do it.
Yes, if anyone could make unshittable britches, it would be NASA.
You know what I just thought of? I'd never get elected if that was like my main cause.
Correct. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, like if people were like, "Hey,
that's why you would.
Hey, everything's too expensive, and I don't have like a lot of money, and like, you know, I got all this student debt." If I went out onto the road and I was like, "Hey, NASA, make pants I can't shit," they'd be like, "Oh, boo, no, I'm not voting for that guy."
Yeah, this guy clearly doesn't care about my interests.
This man's insane. Yeah. Well,
I speak for the people. This is what the people want.
Unshittable pants.
Yeah, unshittable pants.
People don't give a fuck that their rent's too high and that they're not making enough money and that everything's expensive. People are sick of shitting their pants.
Yeah. Now, would the material be some sort of anti-shitting fabric, or would there be like a little bowl woven into the boxers where it's like you can shit, but you don't shit the britches, you shit in the bowl?
I've actually thought about this. I think it would be like a device where it would automatically detect when you were about to shit your pants as president of the United States, and then a little like a butt plug would just go like right up in there and plug it.
Yeah, and maybe send like a pulse to kind of send the poo back up the poo tube.
I don't know what NASA can or can't do, but I think it would buy you like 30 minutes. And that's enough time to find somewhere to shit.
30 minutes is enough time. I don't care where I am. I can locate a toilet within under 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think NASA could figure that out. Like presidential butt plug underwear, which is a sentence I don't think has ever been said ever.
No, you might be the first guy.
I think they could do it.
Yeah, him, NASA or Elon.
Yeah.
Elon Musk. I call him Elon.
Oh yeah, because you know him so well.
Yeah, I forget.
You know how like if you were president, like what would you have as like a mass dinner? Because you know, like every now and then they invite people over to the White House, and Donald Trump, Donnie 45.
Yeah.
He famously had a
McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's. What would like your spread be? What would your meal be?
Interesting. What's the point of the dinner? It's to impress. What is it?
Well, no, it happens from time to time. Like sometimes they'll have if the team that won the Super Bowl will go to the White House, and it's like a media event.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably do like Skittles or something.
Just Skittles.
I mean, I do like Skittles.
So you'd hand the president of Japan a plate with the silver dome on it.
Yeah.
And when they went like this, it'd just be Skittles.
Yes, and I'd say taste the rainbow.
Oh God, that's super shitty. That's such a fucking shitty answer, dude.
Damn. Well, okay. What would you do?
I'd do steaks every night.
You know, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I do just steaks, no sides.
No sides?
Yeah, nothing to...
No, you're out of your mind. No, you're out of your mind.
Nothing to drink either.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna leave you apart.
No way, dude. That's a fucking...
Only steaks.
Mind trick. That's a tactic.
Yeah.
That's a psychopathic fucking...
Exactly.
Power move.
Because then they know who's really in charge.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So you a little salt and pepper on your steak? I bet you're parched. No water.
But you're over there with an ice cold Dasani going...
Oh no! I have a 40 of like Modelo. I have any drink I want. I'm in charge, dude. I'm the president, dude.
What the fuck?
I'm Mr. P, dude. I get whatever I want to drink. None of them.
I'll give you steaks every night, but you gotta have a side. I mean, we talk about this all the time. Once we make some money, and we can kind of quit our day jobs.
Yeah.
It's steak every night.
Oh, it's steak every night.
It's steak every single night.
With pork chops and brock kind of sprinkled in there.
Yeah, we'll sprinkle in the pork chops and broccoli.
Yeah.
But I don't think we've ever talked about like how we eat. Like we eat pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
But also like streamlined. Like there was a point where we were eating pork chops and broccoli 5 nights a week.
Yeah.
And that was the work week, just like Monday to Friday, pork chops and broccoli every night. It's quick, it's easy, it's healthy,
Yeah.
and that's it.
And also we had the time to do it.
Yeah.
Because like our mic schedule was different. It was like 2020.
Yeah.
LA was different. The whole everything about our life was different. But yeah, it was good food every night.
Yeah. Now we bulk make chicken and rice with carrots and peas.
Oh, and that's the best.
It's
'cause
so
there's
good.
Nothing better than coming home and then just being like scoop,
Yeah.
2 minutes in the microwave, good to go.
Yeah, and then you just have to you don't worry about eating.
Yeah, it's just one less thing to worry about. I do enjoy making food though.
I don't.
Like, but like that's fun. If it's like if I have an afternoon for like that's free.
Damn, what? It got him so hard.
Yeah, dude, that guy died so fast. He didn't even have time to know he was dead. Oh, I got him.
He was right here. You could have. I mean, even a simple. Nothing.
I had to make sure he was gone, dude.
Yeah.
We can't be having bugs in the apartment.
No, I don't like bugs in the apartment.
No, there's enough cockroaches as it is.
But he was just hit by like 9 freight trains.
It's 2 trains at once going the
Yeah.
same direction. Yeah.
Pain.
If anything, I did him a favor. He had no clue that he just died.
No.
He was sitting there. He was going, "Buzz, where's the fruit? I need to land on it."
Oh, I hope I find a nice juicy apple.
Gone.
And now he's in hell.
Do all bugs go to hell?
All bugs in this apartment go to hell.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I can stay out of my apartment.
Yeah, man. No, but cooking.
Yes.
I don't mind cooking.
I hate cooking.
I actually like it. If I have like the afternoon free, I love everything about it except the dishes.
Yeah, the dishes are the worst part.
The dishes are the worst part, but I like getting everything kind of prepared. I like
It's all the worst part for me.
I like the process of it. I like the stirring or the sauce with the pasta. I like the whole process of it.
You get like into a zen, I've noticed.
It's like you get into like this kind of zone, and
Yeah.
then at the end of it, you get to sit down and enjoy this great meal that you know you made yourself.
Yeah.
And that's great. And then as soon as you eat it, you want to go to bed, but you can't because the sink is full of dishes.
Yeah. And that's the worst part. I enjoy food, but I am not a chef. There are people in the world who make food, and I'm fine with just them making it, and I go, here's money for making it, and then I eat it, and then no dishes.
Yeah.
No dishes.
That's part of the money.
Yeah, that's what I paid for.
Yeah.
I paid for not only them, their work, their hard labor, I also paid for the food, and I paid for the dishes that I don't have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm fine with that. Quick and easy. Give me the food. I'll eat it. It's a fair exchange. I do totally understand, though, the putting in the work to make something that you're proud of and then you can enjoy.
Yes.
I've got plenty of those things. Food just happens to not be one.
What are your version of that thing?
Clothing, I'd say.
So you make your own T-shirts?
Well, no, but I like hunt out, like,
Yeah,
shirts.
Yeah, you do. I've seen you on the hunt too. You'll go to like great lengths.
yeah. Like hats. They don't make hats I like. So I'll find my blank hats and I'll get a cool patch and I'll sew it on myself. I'll get like a
blank jacket.
Yeah, and
you have 2 sick go fucking hard jackets
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
That you made from the ground up.
and they're one of ones, you know.
Mm-hmm. They're specifically yours.
Yeah, like I fucking love my hats. Those are sick. One of ones, made them myself. I do love the like the hunt to make something, you know. Like, dude, I fucked up. I fucked up recently. I just got really into colognes.
Oh yeah. No, I know.
I went down the rabbit hole of colognes. And it's been so fun learning all this stuff about colognes. I wore cologne in high school, as you do, you know. And
I've never worn cologne.
yeah, you never been a big cologne guy.
No.
But I had a few colognes in high school that I still have, and I'll never get rid of them just because the smell fucking brings me back. I mean, it's fucking Hollister shit. It's like high school back then cologne.
Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah, it's like dog shit, but like then it was like, dude, you got the Hollister? That's crazy.
Oh no.
And I love the smell of how shitty and weird it is. But and then you get out of high school and you kind of you're in your college years, and then you just start working and you don't wear cologne, you don't go out as much, and so I just kind of got out of it. But then I've sort of rediscovered it, and
why do you think that is? What brought you back into the cologne world?
I've just started going out more, you know. I mean, we go out almost every night to clubs, comedy clubs.
Yeah, we have kind of doubled down on our schedule the last couple months.
And we're out meeting people, and before that, I was just going to work, going to the gym, and I don't know. I just sort of it just sort of fades out, you know. But I sort of rediscovered it, and it's been so fun. And I've found a bunch that I like, and I like finding the shit. I like the hunt. You know?
like the quest.
I love the quest even more than just than the reward at the end of having it. I like the research, and you look up like reviews, and you start to find out there's all different types of colognes. There's like fall colognes, spring colognes, summer night colognes.
Yeah.
And Christmas morning colognes, like all these different
And what you thought was going to be an afternoon turns into, oh, this is the next 6 weeks of my life.
Yeah.
Is this?
And
this is my new thing now.
Yeah. You don't just buy. You don't just go, I'll take this cologne. It's like, nah. It's 6 months, like you said.
Damn, dude.
And I've been enjoying it. And then there's a website I found where any cologne in the world you can buy like a little vial. It's like that big for like $1.20 or something. And they'll ship it to you, and then you can test it before you buy it, and it's just been so fun. And then you start to think like, well, what cologne did Elvis Presley wear?
Do you?
Yeah.
Is that what you think?
Oh yeah, that's what I think. I go, okay, hold on, what did Sinatra wear? And then you start going down that thing.
Sinatra would be a cool one.
And then you're like, dude, what if...
I bet Sinatra smelled great.
You know he smelled great. Man. And then you found...
What did Johnny Carson wear?
Yeah, what did Johnny Carson smell like? Because he didn't just like say like, I wear this. You know, you had to like dig, and it was pretty cool. It's been a lot of fun. And I found a couple that I've enjoyed. But yeah, I do like the hunt to find a new thing. And I think it translates to jokes as well. Yeah, I think it translates perfectly to joke writing and figuring it out. You come up with an idea, and you go, I gotta figure this out. And then you fucking bomb with it for weeks, and you finally figure it out, and then it's like, okay, I got that one.
And this is mine.
Yeah.
This is customized to me.
This is a one of one.
We talk about this a lot. This is that dad disease.
Yeah. We get this directly from our father.
So for those of you that don't know our father, his biggest, I don't want to call it like a fault.
No, because it's not. Because it's positive.
It's kind of like an annoying thing that he just has to live with. Is that nobody makes the thing that he wants.
Yeah.
So his entire life, we've watched our father go out and
create his own.
Basically make bespoke things
that
are customized to his desires.
Yeah.
And we very much inherited that.
Yeah, very
like
much.
my fucking I used to be in a band. We released an album. We toured lightly across the Midwest with it. But I didn't have... No one made a guitar that I liked, like 100%. So, like, Fender would make this part of a guitar that I liked, but then, like, Gibson on the other side would have this part of a guitar that I really liked. And then, there was this... I needed to make my own thing. And it was because of that, like, sickness. So I had to find my buddy that had a guitar from Japan that had the right neck shape. I had to buy the whole guitar off him, take the neck off, put it on the body of a Bullet Squire, put new pickups in there, and get the new knobs from 60s Fenders. And it was this huge undertaking, all to just go, clang. Oh, that sounds sick.
Yeah.
That sounds sick.
It's perfectly.
It's the story of our lives. It's a massive amount of work for a silly little payoff that doesn't matter in the end.
The people that make things don't make them the way we want. So you got to make your own.
Yeah.
Like I've seen Dad, he wanted a motorcycle, but like the motorcycles out there, they don't make like the perfect motorcycle. So I've seen this dude he bought 3 different motorcycles and sawed them in half and got the handlebars from this one and the tank from this one and the seat from this one.
And then he sent the tank to a guy in San Jose that did this one weird thing that made it different.
Yeah, and he got the exhaust from this one and the tire from, and then he goes, look, it's the perfect motorcycle, and it is.
It is.
You look at it and you go, holy shit, I get it. And then he'll ride it like once a week.
Yeah.
It's like,
and then he'll go like vroom vroom. Oh, this is really
nice.
tight.
Perfect.
This is really tight.
It's not about the end result. It's not about the thing.
It's about getting there.
It's about the hunt.
Yeah.
It's about the figuring it out. I'm sick. It's a sickness.
That's the core of dad disease. It's not getting like what you want. Mm-hmm. It's the journey to getting it, and then you go, vroom vroom. Oh, that's kind of tight. And then you find something else.
Yeah.
It's about the assembly.
Yeah. As soon as I figure something out, I'm like, awesome, I did it. Mm-hmm. What next? You know, like they didn't make a motorcycle helmet that I love, but they made a shell of one, and then padding from a different one. So I bought the shell, put the padding in, got a different visor, put fucking tape on it, and put carved my name in it.
Or they did make the stripes, but they weren't. They were too thick. Yeah. You needed to be a little thinner.
Yeah. So I had to get tape and cut it, and then put my own stripes on it, and
then account for the curvature of the back of the helmet, all of that.
And now I have a one-of-one perfect motorcycle helmet
that you never wear.
That I never wear. But I look at it and I do go, I'm like, no, that's sick.
It is sick. It is sick.
And then I move on, and that directly goes along with writing jokes, because you see something. I see like something where I'm like, that's a joke. That's a joke. I have to figure that out. And then once you got the joke, you're like, oh, perfect, I got it. I've got that joke. That's mine. It's unlike anyone else's. Next thing. And at the end of the day, after all this work, other people could look at it and go like, why are you doing all this stuff? Just get a hat. Just get a hat. No. They don't make a fucking flat brim baseball hat with a presidential seal on it. I gotta make it my own. I gotta order the patch. I gotta sew it. It's like, why are you doing all this work? It's like, because at the end of the day, someone can look at that and go, yeah, that's fucking cool. You did it. And most people don't get that.
No, they don't. And then the other thing is, and then it kind of just sits there. Like the journey's over. You'll throw it on a couple times.
Yeah.
But you're more focused on, then you find the other thing. Mm-hmm. You find the next thing.
Yeah, that's right.
And this thing that you spent so much time putting together is just kind of put on the shelf next to the rest of them.
Yeah.
And it was that was 6 months of your life, and you just go,
nice.
You go, not tonight. Yeah. And you just leave it on there, too.
Yeah.
You go, no, not tonight. 6 months.
Yeah. It just sits in the apartment of all cleanly fucking executed stuff. Mm-hmm. And the stuff with the Cologne, which started this, was I've put so much time and effort and research into colognes. And at the end of the day, I'm going to have the cologne that no one else has. I might have to fucking make my own, and I'm willing to do that. And
the kitchen, like in a pot.
Yes, but I'll fucking stir it up myself.
Yeah.
But you'll smell it and you'll go, that's perfect.
What does your perfect cologne smell like?
This is gonna be a nuts sentence. I wanted a cologne that smells the way the apartment looks.
All right.
So
you know what's weird? I know that sentence is nuts, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
I want a smell that represents a look.
Yeah.
And so what is that? That's woody, industrial,
smoky.
Yeah, imagine like an office inside of a fucking hangar, like an airport hangar. like an office, like the fucking Boeing offices. It's metal, wood, 70s, mid-century modern, smoky.
I just think you want a Pan Am terminal at LAX in the 1950s. If you,
Kinda.
I think you want to go back in time and just take a bottle and go.
Yeah.
And then spray it on yourself.
That's kind of what I want. And I haven't quite found that yet. Imagine like an astronaut in the 70s living in Florida. He works at NASA all day. He wears a fucking blue jumpsuit. Then he comes home to his fucking, house from the 50s with a conversation pit. And he has a cigar and a whiskey. And then they go to a diner. And it's like that life. That's what this apartment looks like. Oh, and I want to find the smell.
I think you just want the past in a bottle.
That's right.
I think you just want, like, 4 decades ago, just bottled up and sprayed on you.
I do. I just want, like, the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson in a bottle. Spray it on me.
I get that.
You know?
I understand that.
I just want, like, go to Elvis Presley's Graceland, take a bag and go, like, and then liquefy it and then spray it on me.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
I actually had a new bit work last night.
Oh, yeah? Which one?
Yeah, it was it was a bit that I'd been doing for a long time, and I didn't really know how to start it. And then I had this other idea that kind of blended in without me knowing perfectly with it. It was the Born in the Wrong Generation people.
Yes, yes. That one did do very well.
Yeah, it was the first time I tried it, and the whole point of it is that, like, those people that are like, oh, I was born in the wrong generation.
Yeah.
If I was born in the 60s, I wouldn't have been the fucking loser I am now.
Yeah.
But like, I hadn't finished out that first part, the wrong generation joke, like, until I was up there on stage, and I was thinking about what to do next, and I was like, oh, I already have another bit about being a loser. And so two bits kind of melded into one, and I finally found, like, a good way to kind of intro that and parlay it into another bit. And so now it's like this one kind of long bit about people being fucking losers.
I love when something like that comes together.
Especially naturally, like on stage in the moment.
Yeah. When you just find that bridge between two ideas. Because your bit about a hometown loser, being the most active on social media and stuff, that's a great bit on its own. But then, yeah, with what you added with the, I was born too late. I should have been born. Yeah. That's perfect because I've had that thought where it's like,
oh, I have too. Yeah,
man,
yeah.
I should have been born in the 50s, and then I would have become a pilot and an astronaut. And you wouldn't have.
You would have still been a loser.
Yeah. You would have sucked.
Every time I watch Mad Men, I'm like, oh, if I was alive then, it's like I'd just be me still.
Yeah,
I'd still be me.
Yep, you'd still be you, just then nothing fucking happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great that's a great bit on its own as well. And, just to bridge those, man. When it all comes together like that, it's fucking magical. And you're just like... I feel like high after something like that happens.
It's like a gift. Because you can't, like... No amount of sitting down in front of a laptop and typing out, this is the bit, this is what I'm going to say. Like, no amount of that can touch that just on-stage magic where you're like, this, and then in the moment, what am I going to do next? And then now it's one big bit now.
Yeah.
I've went back and I've listened to it like a bunch of times, and I'm gonna turn it into one solid kind of just piece.
Oh, dude, it's the greatest feeling.
That's
the hunt we were talking about.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the hunt. It's the pursuit for the perfect bit.
It's the need, the necessity to figure it out. And until it's perfect.
Yeah. Have you had any bits like that where it's like they're not like the same topic, but they're like adjacent?
Yes.
And then they fuse into one?
Yes.
Yeah.
One that comes to mind, it was maybe the first time that ever happened to me, was I had this bit about dollies, about? All I had was this joke about dollies. And it was like, I'm like playing an idiot. I'm like, how I don't understand those. I don't understand how dollies work. you put, something's heavy and then you put it on a dolly and it's not heavy anymore. I had just that joke, and then I had like months went by and I had a different joke about helping your buddy move, and talking about
those were separate.
Yeah, those were two different ideas that came to me months apart from each other. So I was doing just the dollies joke, and then months go by. I do a joke about helping your buddy move. They always call you and they're like, hey, don't worry, I already took care of all the little things. It's just the heavy stuff I need your help with. Yeah. And then so there's a whole like 2-minute chunk there, and then on stage live, I was like, I did the first chunk about helping your buddy move, and then I go, I guess it wasn't too bad because he had a dolly. You guys know about dollies.
And then you're right back into that groove.
Yeah, so now it's 3.5 minute whatever joke, and when I fucking struck on that, I was like, dude, that's a fucking long joke.
I'm a genius.
Yeah, I'm so smart. Like, and that's why it's important to like write down your material, obviously, but don't like get rid of shit. Like, always keep it on the back burner, because you never know when something could tie into that, and then it gives the joke a whole new life,
Or you write something that's adjacent to something you wrote a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then it all kind of molds together. That's why you have to keep your notebooks, too.
I'm going through that right now with food. Like, I have this whole chunk about food.
Like the animals eating?
Yeah, the animals eating. That was the first. I thought of animals eating like a year ago. And this is a whole act out about, like, I'm jealous of the way animals can eat. Why can a bird just eat a cigarette butt and it's fine? And I do like 4 examples. And it's a funny joke, but then I thought of, like, I've got this other joke about how did they find out which pepper was the hottest, and I'm like, it had to have been a dude sitting at a table with like 9 peppers, and he was like, okay, pepper number 1, crunch, oh, it's hot, and then pepper number 2, and I could just go down the line, and it's like, what do you rate that one? Hot. They're all hot.
This is the hottest one.
Yeah, they're all fucking hot. That's the joke. So I've just got like a few food bits that
you came up with independently.
Yeah, but I have no bridge to them yet.
Yeah, you can't bind them together.
Yeah, but I've got like 4 food jokes that I would love to mash together into like a 10-minute food chunk of material where I'm just talking about food. And that I'll only figure that out from hitting the reps, man, getting the reps in.
Yeah. Just getting that flight time, dude.
Yeah.
Starting and stopping that watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm really glad with the way that turned out, and that also means I have like the next like 4 weeks I can just run that. I can run both of those together and just kind of really figure out what that bit is.
Yeah.
I don't know when this happened, but I remember an actual shift where like bombing would affect like going on stage and like doing a bomb at an open mic would like keep me down for a couple of days, and I'd be like kind of in the dumps, like a little depressed. And now it's just like I almost like relish in it.
Yeah.
I'll bomb down and be like, oh, that just didn't work. I'll get back up and I'll do it next week. It doesn't affect me the way that it used to. And I think that only comes from just doing it like mic after mic after mic after mic after mic after mic after mic.
Yep. I can take a bomb. I mean, unless it's some astronomical fucking, bomb at a club, which I've had.
Yeah.
But
the club bombs are still bad.
They are bad.
But just at an open mic, it's like, literally in 24 hours, I will be on stage again doing this material, so it's all right.
An open mic just doesn't matter. It just doesn't affect me the way it used to.
Yeah.
I used to fucking be so nervous to get up on stage at an open mic. And, I don't know, I still have, like, nerves, but it's not the same. I don't know, I want my shit to work. That's kind of my nerves now. I'm just like, I want this to work. Please, like, work. Like, let me figure this out. But, like, back in the day, like, I would fucking... Knowing I had a set that night would ruin my whole day. I'd be like,
really?
Oh my god. Oh, tonight. Oh, tonight. Oh, no. Oh, no.
But you want to do that, though.
Yeah.
You want to... This is what you wanted.
Yep. and it's terrifying.
And you're destroyed by
and
it.
I'm signing up for it.
Oh man.
I mean, that was back like Third Coast Comedy Club days in Nashville, and even like when we moved here, like just like pretty nervous to get up on stage. I think I've told this before, but I've taken my name off of a list one time because I was too scared to do it, and that was at Third Coast, back in Nashville. This was like within the first 10 open mics. I got picked to go up, and I was so nervous that I went to the host and I was like, hey, I have to leave. I got to go. I'm sorry. I have to go. And he took my name off, and I left. And I was driving home. I felt like such a bitch that I swore to never do it again and haven't. And I've even had the same feeling like, oh no, this is going to go bad and I'm nervous, but I'm going up anyways. Because taking my name off felt so bad that it felt worse than any bomb I've had.
Well, it's because you knew that that was all you.
It was my fault.
Yeah, it was. Even if you went up and bombed, it was still kind of you, but you had the audience there. But like,
it was
but
just
driving home alone, you knew I bitched out.
I bitched out,
yeah. And it's 100% on me.
Yeah, and I've never forgotten that, and I've never done it since. And I've gone up and I've bombed. I've gone up like almost knowing I was gonna bomb. You ever have those that you're just in that weird mood?
That's almost more fun than a normal mic because at least at like a regular mic or even like a club mic, there's potential.
Yeah.
But when like, you're like 5-6 slots down and you see the crowd, you're like,
oh no,
oh, it's this. Oh right, okay.
This is gonna be a bomb.
Yeah, it's almost a relief at that point. You're kind of just like, here we go. All right.
Even a bomb. The takeaway is you got up.
Yeah.
You tried. You didn't bitch out and have a no music drive home.
Oh,
just
yeah.
honk honk. Just in silence.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's the worst.
It's so bad.
It's the worst.
Knowing you bitched out, and then you go to sleep, and you're like, you can't fall asleep, and you're just like, I'm a bitch. I'm a fucking bitch.
And then you have to wait a full, at least back in the Nashville days, you had to wait a full week to redeem yourself.
Yeah, because we weren't doing that many mics.
Maybe.
We weren't doing that many mics, and it was name in a bucket, and it wasn't guaranteed. So yeah, then 2 weeks go, maybe a week goes by, and then you show up and you don't get pulled, and now it's 2 weeks of just stress and like thinking like you should have just gone up. You fucking pussy. You should have gone up, dude.
Yeah. Always go. No matter what, always go. If you're tired after work, just go. Doesn't matter if like work sucked or fucking anything happened.
Or if you're nervous, do it nervous.
Just do it nervous.
Do it scared.
Just go home, take a shower, go out the door, and just do it.
There's no worse feeling than bitching out. I will stand on that.
I've never had a situation where I wasn't feeling it. I didn't feel like going out and doing a mic, and I went and did it.
Yeah.
Where afterwards I was like, I should have just stayed home. I shouldn't have done that. It's always positive.
Yep.
There's nothing bad about that. Just go out and do it.
Even if the only takeaway is, even if you bomb, the takeaway is, I did it. I wasn't just scrolling Instagram,
looking at memes
home,
all day. Yeah.
Yeah. I attempted. I fucking took the shot. Maybe I missed. Who cares? But there's been a lot of times where I haven't been feeling it. I've been nervous. I get up there and I've killed. And then I'm driving home fucking high off my head going, I can't believe I just did a whole fucking thing. It's nuts. I've never had a bomb that felt worse than when I bitched the fuck out.
Yeah.
And took my name off the list.
Yeah. That's a bitch move. And dude, I've had like fucking hell days at work.
Yep.
Where like I'll get back and I know it's like, okay, I get back to the apartment at like 6 o'clock and I was like, I have to be on stage in an hour and I don't want to do it.
Yep.
I had a stressful day. I just want to shower and
You don't even have time for a shower. You just got to do the dunk your head under the cold faucet.
Yeah, and just like wet the hair a little bit.
Yeah,
and
put the eye drops in. You look like shit.
Yeah.
So which makes you feel like shit.
Yes, and you've been sweating all day, but every time that I just like suck it up, get dressed, and go out, it's never been as bad a feeling than if I just like bitched out and was like, no, I'm gonna look at Instagram all day.
Yep.
Always go.
Always go.
Always go. It's worth it.
I had this weird thing happen to me. This was the third time this happened. This is the third time someone's come up to me and they said after an open mic, they've gone, "Hey, are you like a clean comic?" And this is
last night.
Yeah, that was last night was the third time I heard that. So at this point, I think I need to address it because I didn't really know what to say because I'm not clean, but a lot of my jokes are very silly and clean. What I told him, I was like, I'm definitely not a dirty comic. Like, if you were to say like, hey, name a dirty comic, like my name would never come up.
No,
I feel like, but I'm also not clean.
No, but a lot of your, not all, but like a lot of your topics are like whimsical.
Yeah.
They're like a fucking anteaters or weird like that, and that's not like dirty or clean. It's it's whimsical. It's strange.
Yeah, and I'll drop swear words. I was talking with him the other night. When I'm like figuring out a joke for like the first 5 or 10 tries, I'll drop swear words just out of uncomfortableness. Mm-hmm. Just like fucking.
Yeah. Oh, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Nothing makes you feel more at home than like a motherfucking
Yeah.
like that.
I was at the fucking store the other day.
Yeah.
But when the joke is finished, at the end of the day, when the joke is complete, there is no. Yeah, I was at the fucking store. It's like
all that gets trimmed out eventually.
Yeah. Because that's just swear words are just fat. I feel like. Mm-hmm. So it made me think like I don't know like my completed jokes are clean and silly, lighthearted topics, but I mean, I'll do riffs about. I mean, last night I was riffing on bestiality and talking about fucking animals.
Well, also
my material is always turns out to be clean in the end.
All the jokes that you're working on right now, just because like I know your set by heart.
Yeah,
we live together.
Yeah,
it's kind of whimsical, silly thought material and
observational stuff.
Exactly, instead of like motherfucking this fucking thing. Like it's not aggressive. You're trying to suss out some like silly topics right now. And so your whole set, even with like really like closer bits in it, is coming off as a clean comic.
Yeah, it's very playful. My shit. It's very playful. Anyone could hear it and relate and hopefully laugh. But it's just funny. Like that was the third time I heard it, and I've never heard anyone else bring that up to somebody else. Like no one else has been like, "Hey, are you clean?" That must mean I'm coming off as like a clean comic.
I think that's to your advantage.
I think so.
Yeah, use that. That's good.
Yeah. But I don't even think about it. I'm not thinking about, like, I need to make this clean. It just kind of turns out that way.
Yeah.
But I like it. I don't know. It's just how I am.
That's also you right now. Like the material that you're running right now is, like, not by trying clean. It's just it's silly thoughts. It's observations. It's just that.
And it's genuinely what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
And
it's better that you're doing that material than just being like, I was fucking this fucking bitch in the ass the other day.
Yeah. You know when you fucking shit blood.
It's
not very. I mean, I can do that on here and stuff, but
but you're being genuine.
Yeah.
I thought that, for what it's worth, I thought that was weird the other night too.
Yeah.
When that guy told you that, I was like, do you know this guy?
Yeah, because I don't know.
I was like, are you sure?
I mean, because I'll talk about dumps and diarrhea.
Dude, till the cows come home, man.
But I did think, I was like, yeah, kind of all my jokes end up, in the end, being a clean joke. But I will the start of a joke is very much like, You know when you're fucking you're at the fucking place and that bitch fucking comes, and then you see that same joke, 3 weeks later, and I'm like, it's pretty clean.
I was at a diner the other day, and this lady came in.
Yeah.
Instead of this stupid bitch.
Yeah. You know when your waiter's a fucking bitch?
Yeah, dude.
2 weeks go by, and I'm like, yeah, so my waitress came up to me. Yeah. and that just, I don't know, it happens naturally, and I never think about it. I never give it a second thought.
It's like, when they're like in medieval movies when they're grinding the sword against like the stone.
Yeah.
It's like that's you getting all the curse words out of your set. You're
just I'm sawing the fat off.
Yeah.
And then I present a sword, a perfectly balanced sword,
Yes.
And you go, damn, nice,
Because you can get, comics have talked about this on podcasts ad nauseum. But you can get away with a lot if you're just like, this fucking thing, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You can get away with a lot. It's kind of like a stand-up cheat code.
Yeah.
If you're just dirty a lot. Mm-hmm. Like it's like seasoning it, like salt and pepper, a couple of curse words in there, you can get away with a lot.
Yeah.
But the purest form of the joke is if you just distill it down to just words.
Yeah.
Just like no swears.
Yeah.
No punctuate, none of that. Just straight words.
I enjoy the no swears. I do enjoy taking a bit, finding a bit, and then describing it for the first few times. Pretty foul.
Pretty loose. Pretty free.
Lots of curse words.
Yes.
And over time, grinding it down into a nice little thing.
Because all that's just fat to the joke.
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
All the dirty, for me at least, the curse words and the dirty shit and those little one-off things you can do mic to mic, like, like one I hear a bunch is, and I've been at fault at this. Someone you'll say something, you'll be like, so this, anyways, like that, like all those little bullshit.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, those fucking. You say something you shouldn't have said,
and then you
go. It's like all those little things it's bullshit, and it gets fucking. It fades out,
and it's necessary for a place like an open mic, but like you just do it enough, and you end up with like a completed bit.
Yeah, but I just thought that was weird. I heard that 3 times, and after 3 I'll start to think about it. I'm like, okay, that's enough. People have brought it up that it must be people think about it, and I've never thought about it. I've truly never been like, I'm gonna be clean or I'm gonna be dirty. I'm just doing what I do.
I don't think you should think about it.
I don't. I genuinely don't, and haven't until someone else brought it up.
I'd let those comments just kind of fall by the wayside. Just keep doing what you're doing.
100%, and they did. And I don't know. I don't want to think too much about what I do, because then you start to do what you think you do, and then you're just a copy paste of what you think you. It's just a fucking dark shithole. It's a shithole. Do your shit the way you do it. Ladies and gentlemen, this podcast has an email, bombingpodcast@gmail.com. You should know this by now. We'll probably stop mentioning it once we get to 100.
You think so?
I think by the time we get to 100, there will be no need to introduce ourselves at the beginning of the pod, say that we're open micers, that we live in Los Angeles and we bomb all the time, and also introduce the email. I just feel like we've said it 100 times.
I disagree. I think so? Yeah, I think we should still do it.
Okay.
Because what about that one strange new listener that clicks on our thumbnail and is like, oh, what's this about?
Yeah.
What is this about?
On episode 198 or whatever.
Yeah. What if they're like, oh, what is this whole podcast about? And then we lay it out for them.
Okay. I see that.
I think we continue to do it.
Okay, we'll continue to do it.
All right. That's a little Officer Bruce for you longtime listeners, right?
That's a throwback.
All right, this is the email.
All right, we got one email this week.
Nice.
Thank God.
One email.
This is from a person who has never emailed the podcast before. This is a first-time emailer we're looking at right here.
Oh, man.
Right? Right, everybody?
Yeah, sure.
Mom, thank you so much for emailing the podcast 91 weeks in a row. Thank you so much. We love you. It's a question. It says, would either of you consider living in another country?
I don't know. I don't want to live anywhere outside of America. America rocks.
Yeah,
this is like the best place.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'd spend a couple years living in Prague. That city is just so old and beautiful, and all the buildings are like majestic. I don't even know how to describe it. It's I don't know. I had such a fun time there. You know what would actually happen though? I'd go back there, and then 2 weeks living there, I'd be like, nah, fuck this.
Yeah,
I'm going back to LA, dude.
Probably.
I think I'm romanticizing it because I only spent like 48 hours in that place until I went off to Vienna.
Definitely happening. That's
Yeah.
That's what's going on there.
What about you?
Well, I don't know what they're asking about living. Yeah, for a little bit, yes, like a couple years, but not indefinitely.
Let's do gun to your head, like temporarily versus permanently. So
Okay.
first off, temporarily, where would you live for like a couple of years?
Somewhere in Norway or Sweden.
Why is that?
I just like that area, and I feel like I look like a lot of those people.
You do look a little Swedish.
Yeah, and they have mountains there and stuff, and it's pretty, but it wouldn't be conducive to my career and lifestyle. So then I wouldn't, because I want to do stand up.
All right, so stand up aside. All right, so
This is beginning to become a bit of a harder question.
all right,
Because I want to do stand up, and you can't do stand up in the mountains of Norway.
All right, so let's tweak the question a little bit.
Okay,
All right,
sure.
So you don't have to worry about money anymore.
Yeah.
You're set for life.
Yep.
You can pick anywhere in the world to live. Where do you want to go?
But I still have to do stand up, or get to do stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could.
I would have an apartment in New York, an apartment in LA, and some land in Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's truly the dream.
Yeah.
And then the question goes another country. So I guess my answer would be no.
Dude, like, why live in another country, dude? This place rocks.
Yeah, this place is
America
awesome.
rules, dude.
And it's also where it's all happening.
Yeah. I guess, okay, so say that you're not doing stand-up. You just had to live in another spot.
I can't even imagine that.
Yeah?
Nah, because I want to do stand up.
Okay, say you didn't.
What would I do?
I don't know. What would you do? Say you just fucking made fucking cuckoo clocks or something. I don't know.
I don't want to do that.
Well,
I don't want to be somewhere else making cuckoo clocks. I want to be...
that just made me realize how central a point stand-up is to my life. Is that, like, yeah, outside of, like, New York or Los Angeles, like why?
Yeah.
Why be anywhere else?
I'd love hold on. Let's go back to the question.
Okay.
Would either of you consider living in another country? No. From what I've gathered, no. That's the answer.
I'd consider it, but I wouldn't be able to do stand-up in the place that I'd like to live.
Yeah, it'd be cool and it'd be awesome, but I want to do stand-up.
And that's New York and Los Angeles.
Yeah.
That's it.
And smaller in some other places. I'd love a place in New York. I'd love a place in LA. And I'd love a place in or outside of Nashville.
I'll tell you what about I'll tell you my dream living situation is to be just that. I would love like a small house somewhere on the outskirts of Nashville.
Yep.
that I owned.
With some land.
Yeah, a little bit of land, like, paid off, and then an apartment, like, within walking distance of the Comedy Store out in LA.
Yep.
And I could just fly out and go do sets
Yeah.
and fly back and have my actual home.
Yeah.
That'd be ideal.
Yeah, so I guess our answer is no. Good question. It just happens to not apply to us.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to live in another country.
No.
No, America rocks. It, for all its faults, it's the greatest place to be on Earth.
It's pretty great. USA.
Oh, say can you see by the awesome gas stations we have?
Yeah. McDonald's on every block.
And the Waffle House off the interstate.
Smoke a cigarette on the train.
And have waffles next to a lady.
Drink a beer while you drive.
And pay not relatively that much for gas.
Shooting guns in the backyard. Ride a jet ski on a lake.
Get drunk on your buddy's dad's boat. And then damage it when you try to load it off.
Drive a Ford down a back road.
And hit a deer at 120 miles an hour.
Shotgun a beer and then go to work. Weld something even though you're not good at welding.
Make a lake out of an old neighborhood. 'Cause you built a dam in the 50s. Now it's dirty and brown.
Buy a Honda Civic from Craigslist and slam it. Buy the new PlayStation 5. Play the games and drink and drive. That's America.
That is America. America is Dollar Generals and gas stations and Walmarts off the side of freeway exits.
Starbucks takes over a mom and pop coffee shop. See a bald eagle once. What?
The once. It's the once. It's the once is the punchline. Dude.
I love the once.
The once.
I've always been a big fan of the once. Grow up with divorced parents. Lash out in high school by drinking and smoking cigarettes. That's America.
That's America. America is divorced parents and children smoking cigarettes. Hey, to
My whole childhood.
to America.
Hell yeah.
I think that is like the national anthem, right?
I think so.
It goes something like that.
I think maybe we missed a line or two, but
Yeah.
we was pretty on par. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess to answer the question, would you consider living in another country? I guess not.
I guess not. I guess
Because I like to do stand up and I like to do it here in America.
in America, yeah.
Yeah.
Because America fucking rocks.
Yeah.
This place fucking rocks, dude.
It's pretty awesome.
I couldn't imagine a single other country I'd like to live in. I'll visit.
Sure.
And I'll ask them where the local McDonald's is.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I'm sticking here.
Yeah. I mean, if I go to some other country, they better have everything I've got here in America. I mean, if I go to France, man, they better have Budweiser.
Dude, imagine going to Italy and, like, instead of, like, authentic Italian fettuccine Alfredo, they don't have a McDonald's. Like,
Yeah.
stupid.
No, if I go to Italy, I'm going to find a Burger King
Yeah.
and get a Whopper.
Yeah, exactly.
A Whopper.
Yeah. Dude, don't try to come at me with all this like linguine, fettuccine Alfredo. Just give me a fucking Whopper, dude.
Yeah. Dude, just give me a Whopper and call it a day. And then I don't need all this, ooh, but we sprinkle the cheese on the... Fucking what?
Yeah, really cool. Yeah, give me my Starbucks coffee.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, you want some red piss? No, fucking give me a Jack Daniels. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Give me a Budweiser, man.
Yeah. So basically, traveling everywhere else is gay as hell, and then being in America fucking rocks.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's the consensus.
Yeah, I believe that. Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, I have a roast November 21st against Andrew Cassidy. It's a few weeks away, and he will be coming on the podcast right after our roast. And we're going to have cameras there. We're going to film the whole thing. It's going to be a huge event. If you live in Los Angeles and you'd like to come out to see my first roast battle at the Comedy Store in the Belly Room, come on out. Drinks are on me. I will get your drinks. I will get one drink. Non-alcoholic. I will get you one non-alcoholic drink if you show up. A water. I will get you a water. I will bring water from home and give it to you. If you show up. If you show up November 21st to my ever first roast battle, I will bring a bottle of water, a cup of water. I'll bring a cup of iced water. Maybe not ice. I don't know. I'll have to check the freezer. I will bring a room temperature plastic cup of water with me to the Comedy Store if you show up November 21st to watch my first ever roast battle. Maybe not even the cup, actually. I'll have to check if we have cups to spare. Maybe just in my hands. I will I will cup my hands underneath the faucet and try my very hardest to by the time we get to the Comedy Store have enough water in my cupped hands. Tap water. It's tap water. Maybe even from the bath. I'm going to shower before my roast. When I get out of the shower, I will cup my hands. And whatever's left over in the palm of my hands, by the time I get to the Comedy Store, November 21st, you can have whatever's left. Probably not a lot. But it's yours. If you show up. November 21st, Andrew Cassidy. Live in the Belly Room at the Comedy Store. Other than that, email the podcast, bombingpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram. I'm at Ryan Jennings.
I'm at Hayden Wyckoff, HAYDNWICKOFF.
And I think that's it, man. Episode 91. Holy shit.
91, dude. 91 episodes, dog.
That is nuts.
It is a little crazy.
Episode 91. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in next week for episode 92. We'll see you then. Good night.
Bye-bye.